How do you say goodbye to sales objections? There is no need to practice for any objections in any sales call. If you're practicing for objections, it means you don't know how to open the sales conversation. Well, the first mistake everyone is making when they're in a sales conversation is that they think the sales conversation is about them, the seller, and the conversation is about the buyer. So lose the objections and let's talk about how to get you into selling in a way that you'll never have to worry about an objection again. I'm Marla Koupal. I'm a sales skills expert. I've helped people make over 50 million in revenues. I've used this process that I'm going to share with you today since I was 19. Nobody taught it to me. It's something that I figured out, and I understood that human beings love to be touched, heard, and responded with, not to. So let's talk about how you can get rid of those objections by just not creating any in the first place. Subscribe to this channel so that you'll know the next time I go live and I give you a new perspective on selling. Here's the secret sauce. If you nail the first few seconds and minutes of your sales conversation, you will be in control and you will never have to worry about a sales objection again. Let's walk through some examples here for you. Sales is not about convincing, but it is about practicing how to listen to the person that's in front of you, how to respond to what they're saying, and definitely discover their emotions around this situation they're bringing you in which they feel they might want to purchase something. So you really just say to them, what prompted you to connect today? So you're asking them what prompted them to connect today, because they could have connected yesterday, they could have connected tomorrow, but they're talking to you today. So they might just give you a simple, straightforward answer. Well, I've been postponing fixing this. I've had this problem for a long time. And today I'm desperate enough to take the time to talk to someone about it. Wow, that's a gold mine, isn't it? Now, if you just started into your elevator pitch and all the features and benefits of your product, you never would have gotten that golden nugget. And what you need to make a conversation work is you need golden nuggets. So where do you go from there? Well, do you have to say anything yet? He said he's desperate. Do you have to sit there and say, oh, I know what desperation is? No, you don't. What you do is you say, tell me more. Be ready to listen. You are the listener at this point. So now you're going to hear the full story, probably on why they're desperate, why they've waited so long, what the issues have been, and they just didn't. But now it's critical because something is going to not work for them if they don't get this handled pretty quickly. So now you have enough information to continue the conversation. But I don't know that you're 100% there yet. So if they tell you that they're tired of struggling, they've tried different things, you might just want to take some time and discover what they've tried. So why do you want to discover what they've tried? Well, you want to discover what they've tried so that one, you don't bring up something that they have already tried and are very dissatisfied with. You want to hear where the gap is. Maybe they've been on a search for something, and there's what you'll recognize when they tell you all the things they've tried is you'll discover what they have not tried. You'll be able to see, does my product fit, or how is my product different or service different from what they've looked at before? So if you have awareness of your field and your industry, this should be very simple for you to do. So you see what's happening here? You can stay relaxed in the whole first part of the conversation, because until someone has given you the recipe for their desire, the recipe for their problem, the recipe for what they would see as a successful outcome, you don't have any foundation on which to build a successful sales conversation. This is how you take sales out of convincing into understanding and helping them understand how everything might be a fit for them that you are offering. So when they've moved into their emotions, you've had a shift. Now you know where to work. So what about those objections that we talk about? Well, after you've made your presentation and you ask that simple question, are you ready to get going with this? And they maybe give you a simple objection about money or needing to talk to the spouse or something. That's really not an objection at this point because you've filtered the conversation pretty well. And you'll go, well, I know that you're hesitant, but when we started the conversation, you said you were desperate, that you had to find a solution today. So tell me, what information have I not given you to make you feel comfortable about moving forward today? See, it's not about the money. It's about there's something still missing for them to justify the purchase. We have to discover. So if we're so used to hearing people's questions or excuses as objections, we're missing the boat. We're missing the opportunity. We're not getting in there and engaging just like we did in the beginning. We need a little more discovery. But what do we have to help us make that discovery? We have all that information we got at the beginning, and all we have to do is to reframe our questions that remind them of what they said before. Now I'm not going to sit there and poke my finger in their chest and say, but remember when you told me? No, you ask it as a friendly question. Okay, so help me understand here. You were desperate when we started talking. You explained to me this, this, and this. I believe we've answered those, but where's the gap for you? What is it that's stopping you from saying yes, moving forward, and getting this pain off your back? They'll tell you very clearly what it is. And you'll realize that most often it's a piece of information you left out that was critical to them, and you'll be able to fill it in now. So let's take a look at what you might want to think about in order to shift your processes. People can always watch my videos here on YouTube and get more and more distinctions around how to have a sales conversation instead of practicing for objections. But again, I'm Marla Koupal. I'm a sales skills expert, and I want you to subscribe to this channel so that every time I leave you some new information, you can see, can I apply it? Will it be useful to me? Might I make more sales if I tried this process? Lose the script, lose the pitch, lose the elevator, and try something new. And by the way, if you try this, I want you to comment below on what your results were. Or send me a question if you're pretty sure that you got close to using this system, but it just didn't quite work out. It may be that you just didn't listen long enough. So remember, comment below.